In the year 2024, Dr. Eliana Ramirez, a brilliant physicist, made an astonishing breakthrough in quantum mechanics, allowing her to construct a time machine. Her lifelong dream was to witness the teachings of Jesus Christ firsthand. With her machine finally ready, she set the coordinates to Galilee, around 30 AD. Eliana Ramirez stood amidst the crowd on the Galilean hillside, her heart pounding with the realization of where and when she was. The man known as Jesus of Nazareth stood before the gathered people, his voice carrying over them with a calm yet compelling force. He spoke in Aramaic, the language of the land. "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven," he began, his words echoing the Beatitudes that Eliana had only read about in ancient texts. The crowd listened intently, their faces a mosaic of awe and wonder. Eliana, understanding the language through her advanced linguistic AI translator, felt a surge of emotions. She was witnessing history. As the sermon concluded, the crowd dispersed, and Eliana found herself face to face with Jesus. She hesitated, but the curiosity that had driven her across time compelled her to speak. "Rabbi," she said in Aramaic, her voice barely above a whisper, "your words, they are like nothing I have ever heard." Jesus turned to her, his gaze piercing yet kind. "And you, traveler, are like no one I have met before. Your attire, your speech, it speaks of a time and place far from here." Eliana's eyes widened. "You know." "I know many things," Jesus replied, now in perfect English, a language that would not exist for centuries. "I know you seek knowledge, understanding, and truth. But tell me, what have you learned from what you have witnessed today?" Eliana struggled to find words. "I've learned that your message is timeless. That love and compassion are universal. But how can you speak to me in my language?" "In my Father's house, there are many rooms," Jesus said, a gentle smile on his face. "And there are many paths to understanding. Language is no barrier to the divine." They spoke at length, Jesus in English when addressing Eliana, and in Aramaic when others approached, curious about the stranger in their midst. Eliana asked questions, and Jesus answered, his words both enigmatic and enlightening. "Eliana, Rabbi, I come from a time far beyond the stars you see tonight. A time of great wonders and also great turmoil. What wisdom can you offer to those who live in such an age?" Jesus, Eliana, the future is a garden where seeds of today become the trees of tomorrow. Tell me, what seeds do your people sow? Eliana, we sow seeds of technology and knowledge, but also, unfortunately, seeds of discord and neglect for our planet. Jesus, technology and knowledge are gifts, much like the talents in the parable I shared. They must be used for the good of all, not buried in the ground out of fear or selfishness. Eliana, and what of the discord and neglect? How do we heal a world divided and in pain? Jesus, remember the greatest commandments, to love God with all your heart, and to love your neighbor as yourself. If each person were to truly embrace these, discord would dissolve into harmony. Eliana, it seems so simple, yet so difficult for many to live by. Jesus, it is the work of a lifetime and beyond, Eliana. But start with one act of kindness, one moment of understanding, and you will begin to see change. Eliana, I will carry your words with me, Rabbi, and share them with those who yearn for such wisdom in my time. Jesus, go in peace, Eliana. And remember, no matter how far you travel, my Father's love transcends time and space. You are never alone. Eliana, thank you, Rabbi. Your teachings will light the way for many, even thousands of years from now. But as Eliana went to turn away, a thought struck her, and she turned back. Eliana, Rabbi, your teachings are profound, but many in my time demand signs to believe. Is there a way you could show me a glimpse of the divine? Jesus, Eliana, blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed. However, for your journey, I will grant you a small sign. As he spoke, Jesus reached down and picked up a handful of earth, but as he opened his hand, the dirt had transformed into beautiful wildflowers, vibrant and fragrant. Eliana, this is incredible. Jesus, the Father's creation is full of wonders, seen and unseen. As for the future, know this, humanity will face trials and tribulations, but also moments of great triumph. The Spirit of truth will guide you, even in the darkest of times. Eliana, can you tell me more? What lies ahead for us? Jesus, it is not for you to know the times or dates the Father has set by his own authority. But I tell you, there will come a day when knowledge will increase, and people will traverse the expanse of the earth and beyond. Eliana, beyond the earth? Do you mean space? Jesus, yes, and more than you can imagine. But remember, no matter how far humanity reaches, the greatest journey is the one that leads to the heart. Eliana, I will remember your words, Rabbi, and the sign you have shown me today. As the conversation came to a close, Eliana felt a profound sense of hope. With a final glance at the historical figure who had changed the course of her life, she stepped back into the time machine, ready to face her own era with a new perspective.